purpose of this video is to demonstrate less lethal and non-lethal force options. The video should not be used for training, nor should it be considered the best practices for each option. The less lethal shotgun is considered a munition that has a reduced risk of causing death or serious physical injury if deployed correctly. At the Creve Coeur Police Department, the less lethal shotgun is a Remington 870 shotgun, orange in color, and designed to fire a cloth sock with small metal pellets. The round strikes the person's body and is intended to cause pain. And while there may be bruising, it does not generally penetrate the skin. The less lethal shotgun may be used when, in the officer's reasonable judgment, lesser levels of force would have been unsuccessful, or as an alternative to deadly force when time or safety issues permit its use without undue risk to hostages, bystanders, or others. While target locations for the less lethal shotgun will not be discussed due to officer safety considerations, intentionally aiming the less lethal shotgun at a subject's head would only be permissible in lethal force situations. The taser is considered a conducted electrical weapon that uses a replaceable cartridge containing compressed nitrogen to deploy two small probes attached to the weapon by insulated conductive wires. It is carried by nearly all patrol officers on their duty belt. Electrical pulses are transmitted through the wires into the body to which the probes have attached, affecting the sensory and motor functions of the body's peripheral nervous system. The taser is considered a non-lethal weapon that is designed not to cause death when used properly. The taser employs severe but temporary pain. The taser is authorized for high levels of resistive dialogue, defensive resistance, active aggression, or deadly force assaults. Oleo resin, capsicum, or OC spray, commonly referred to as pepper spray, is a compound that irritates the eyes to cause a burning sensation, pain, and temporary blindness. OC spray is carried on almost every patrol officer's duty belt and is considered a non-lethal force option because when used properly poses little or no risk of death. OC spray is authorized for high levels of resistive dialogue, defensive resistance, active aggression, or deadly force assaults. Since it is not an impact weapon, OC spray may be intentionally aimed at a subject's head and face. Following the use of OC spray for the purpose of subject control, an officer shall, as soon as practical, remove the subject from the area and begin post-application procedures. There are two other major less lethal or non-lethal force weapons. The patrol baton, which is an impact weapon, used for an officer to defend himself or herself from injury or facing resistance in the form of active aggression, an armed suicidal subject, or deadly force assaults. Similar to the less lethal shotgun, for officer safety considerations, specific techniques will not be discussed in this video. However, strikes to the head are only justified in lethal force situations. The final use of force weapon is the pepper ball, which is very similar to a paintball gun. The only difference is that the pepper balls contain OC gas. The pepper ball can be used either as a non-lethal weapon if deployed at the ground in the area of resistance, or a less lethal weapon if deployed as an impact weapon to an individual. Development is one of the core principles at the Creve Coeur Police Department. All of the weapons discussed have instructors within the department. Training on these options is done on a rolling basis so officers feel comfortable using them with the goal of using the least amount of force necessary to overcome resistance. Use of each of these weapons discussed would require a separate use of force report. All use of force reports is reviewed by the officer's immediate supervisor, typically a sergeant, then a lieutenant, a captain, and finally the chief of police. The 2019 Use of Force Analysis can be found on the department's website at creve-coeur.org/police. Thank you for watching this video on use of force weapon demonstrations.